Zootopia. Like nothing you've seen before.
I like that. That's the intro for Zootopia. Ransom is here from our sister station, X1075.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, good to have you. I saw the preview just in the movie theater, and I was in a packed house, and everybody just, after all the other previews and stuff, this came on. They showed the people sitting behind the counter at the DMV who were sloths, and I almost fell out of my chair, and so did the whole audience.
And you know what? That scene does make the movie, but it's not the only great scene in this movie. And I got to say, Zootopia is a really good movie. I had a feeling that it was going to be that way anyways, because it is Disney. They're good at this. They know how to do this. But I was really surprised with this movie, mostly because of how adult it is. This is not a movie that, the kids are going to enjoy, but this is a movie that I think adults are going to enjoy more than the kids.
Yeah, because kids aren't going to look at sloths behind the counter at the DMV and think that's funny.
Yeah, but not just that.
The adults will.
There are themes of friendship, of following your dreams. There's themes of racism, drugs. They touch on drugs in this movie.
Wow.
There's a lot of adult themes that I think these kids are going to go right over their heads at this young age. But once they watch it, they come back 15, 20 years from now, they're going to be like, oh my God, there's a great Breaking Bad reference in there. And man, this is just a really, really fun movie with great performances all around. You just heard Jason Bateman. He actually plays the fox in the movie. Jennifer Goodwin plays the main character, a little bunny who has aspirations of becoming the first rabbit cop ever, and she does. That happens really early in the movie. And then it becomes kind of like a buddy cop story of this bunny and this fox who are supposed to be natural enemies coming together and overcoming odds to figure out the case.
Interesting. Now, the only thing that caught my attention in the Bateman clip at the beginning is, are we supposed to feel guilty because we're human beings? And like, if human beings exist, we destroy the earth and animals don't. That's kind of the overtone that I heard. Maybe I'm just a little sensitive.
No, they don't really do anything like that.
Oh,
it's just the entire theme of the movie is, hey, if humans never came here, this is what would have happened. These animals would have evolved. They would have actually taken the place of humans. They would have created societies, and they would have learned how to live together in harmony and in civilization.
So it's a fantasy. Okay, good. But you think it's funny, though. It sounds funny.
Yeah, the movie's great.
Yeah,
the movie's
but
fantastic.
I'm getting this political message from this movie, though. Humans ruined everything. And, if we weren't here, the animals would all get along. And, come on.
I don't think that's really the theme, though. I think once you see it, you'll understand a little bit more.
Okay.
Plus, they do have those themes. They have, like, the theme about drugs, and they have the theme about racism, and they got things that are actually happening in this world. They don't really touch on pollution or anything, but yeah, they touch on a lot of adult themes, and it's great.
Yeah, so good for kids, good for adults.
Fantastic.
Everybody will like it. Okay.
Fantastic. I love this movie.
One of my favorite Disney animated movies of the last decade.
Was it 25 years, recent anniversary, or 20 years of Toy Story?
Yeah, it's been out for over 20 years now.
Yeah, there was a recent anniversary I saw on the news.
Makes me feel really young, right?
Well, I think I told you, my cousin worked for Pixar at the time that movie came out, and I remember standing in my aunt's kitchen with him, and I said, "What's the movie called?" He goes, "Toy Story." I said, "What kind of a name is Toy Story?" I'll remember this conversation like it was yesterday. I said, "Who names a movie Toy Story?" I said, "I get Toy Store, but why would you name it Toy Story?" And I remember talking to him about that, but I guess they knew what they were doing, right? What else we got this week, or what's coming up next week?
Coming up next week, we're going to be talking about 10 Cloverfield Lane and The Brothers Grimsby, which is a brand new comedy starring Sacha Baron Cohen. I hope it's funny. I really like this guy as an actor. I think he's so incredibly talented as a dramatic actor that I don't understand why he does these stupid comedies, but I hope it's funny. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Yeah, you never know. What's the other one again? Tell me
10 Cloverfield Lane, which is the sequel to Cloverfield. This looks pretty good. It's got John Goodman and a bunch of other people in this movie as well.
I think he's good. He's still out there doing his thing.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
So now, is this a dramatic movie? Because I have not seen the first one.
Kind of horror, kind of thriller, kind of suspense. The first movie was one of those found footage horror movies, and this isn't going to be found footage. It's actually going to have cinematography, and it looks good.
Okay. Oh, by the way, since you and I haven't talked since the Oscars, you pretty much nailed almost every Oscar category. I was shocked, though, that Stallone didn't get the...
Yeah, you and everybody else.
That's he was totally robbed.
Totally robbed.
Whoever heard of the guy who won the Oscar? What's his name?
Mark
Nobody
Rylance.
knows.
Yeah.
By tomorrow, no one knows.
I know it because this is my job.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: he was good. He was not Best Supporting Actor, and Stallone did something really special with Creed.
Yeah. And how much money has Stallone brought Hollywood over the years? And for nothing else, they should have given him an Oscar.
Right.
That was terrible. I felt terrible for Stallone. It was an obvious ripoff. Poor guy.
I was pretty sad myself.
Yeah. Why don't they leave out half those awards next year and make it 3 hours,
He's
2
my
hours?
favorite. Yeah, he's my favorite.
I know. I got to see Creed. I've not seen it yet, but I will. All right, Ransom, we will see you next week. Ransom, our buddy, you can follow him on Ransom Palooza on Twitter. And he's, of course, mornings on X1075, our sister station, where you got a new morning crew, and they're very nice guys.
Yeah, they're great. They're great.
Yeah.
So
I don't
check
hear
us
them
out.
because they're on when I'm on. I see them in the break room.
Yeah, definitely. At least follow us on Twitter. It might not be everybody's cup of tea. We're a little bit. There's a lot of testosterone in the room. Let me just put it like that.
I like that. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. So you know what? Nobody is everybody's cup of tea, right? That's the way it's supposed to be. Good to see you. All right. Thank you, Ransom. Appreciate that.